Dollar pauses underneath decade top as Fed direction contemplated. Aussie jumps Tokyo. The US dollar hovered just above a one-week low on Tuesday as markets decreased the percentages of a full percentage point Federal Reserve charge hike this month. Australia's greenback returned closer to Monday's one-week excessive amid a hawkish flip to remarks from U.S. Reserve Bank. Bets for supersized Fed easing ramped up last week after information showed U.S. inflation, already at a four-decade high, persevered to accelerate in June. But some Federal Reserve officers were sure to throw bloodless water on such talk, and figures from Friday showed an easing of customer inflation expectancies to the bottom in a year. Traders in futures contracts tied to the Fed's short-term federal budget coverage price, who have been leaning toward a full percentage point rise in interest prices for the July 26-27 meeting, shifted their bets firmly in favor of a 0.75 percentage point increase, with the odds remaining seen at about 81%. The dollar index, which gauges the dollar towards six opposite numbers, became flat at 107.46. That become off Monday's low of 106.88, however additionally nicely lower back from the high of 109.29 ultimate week, a degree not seen for the reason that September 2002. The euro, that is the most closely weighted forex inside the dollar index, slipped 0.13% to $1.01305, but that came after setting on around 0.6% in a single day for a second day of strong gains. The common currency slid as little as $0.9952 on Thursday for the primary time when you consider that December 2002, compelled via uncertainty approximately a worsening energy supply crunch inside the euro area. Traders are biting their nails in advance of Thursday, whilst fuel is meant to renew flowing via the Nord Stream pipe from Russia to Germany after a shutdown for scheduled upkeep. Russia's Gazprom (GAZP) declared pressure majeure on gasoline materials to Europe to at the least one primary purchaser, in a letter dated July 14 and visible by on Monday. Despite the uncertainty, the European Central Bank is poised to raise hobby prices on Thursday for the primary time in extra than a decade. It has telegraphed a 25 basis point move, however heated inflation has a few traders punting for a half-point hike. The stability of dangers is tilted to a weaker euro, while the direction of least resistance for the USD is to retain trending higher due to the terrible international boom outlook. Commonwealth Bank of Australia (OTC) CMWAY analyst Carol Kong wrote in a Consumer Word, regarding the dollar's position as a secure haven. Elsewhere, the yen hovered near a 24-year low ahead of a Bank of Japan policy decision on Thursday, with the important financial institution committing repeatedly in current days to continued ultra-easy settings. The greenback turned into little modified at 138.050 sen, no longer too far from Thursday's peak at 139.38, a stage not seen considering that September 1998. Sterling was little modified at $1.1954 after sliding returned from Monday's one-week excessive of $1.2032 in a single day. It slumped to $1.1761 on Thursday for the first time considering March 2020, with Britain dealing with an acrimonious and divisive contest to update ousted High Minister Boris Johnson. The Aussie climbed 0.44% to $0.6843, and touched $0.68475 at one factor, narrowing the space to the preceding consultation's peak of $0.6853, the highest considering that July 11. It had been as low as $0.66825 ultimate Thursday, the weakest in more than years. Reserve Bank of Australia coverage makers see the need for more policy tightening on pinnacle of new hikes, as hobby quotes are still too low to constrain inflation expectations amid a strong labor marketplace, minutes of its meeting in advance this month showed on Tuesday. The RBA board has lifted the depth of its rhetoric, Westpac economist Bill Evans wrote in a studies notice. Another 50 foundation factors in August appears highly likely.